Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm your host, Shadow Wow, and welcome back to another episode of the Monsters of Etheria podcast. So, we're gonna do some monster lore, and we'll do some fan suggestions, and we'll see where we go from there. All right? If I have something else that I want to do, then I'll do it. All right? So, let's get into the fan suggestions. First up, we have is by the first two are by Remini Bon, reappearing artist. So the evolution line goes Rajark, Dual SEO, and Sidrark. I probably butchered them so badly. Um, so Rajark is a Terra type, and the background from the name comes from, so Raz apparently is the Polish word of one, and then shark added into the name. um Duesio Duesio is a Terra Dragon type, and it's Polish for two, so Dwa, and then Plesiosaurus, which is a type of dinosaur, and then Psy Dark is a Terra Dragon type, and it's the Polish for three, which is, I'm gonna butcher this, Dry Psy. I don't know how to pronounce this. And then you have Hydra, and then Shark. So it's a Dragonian Sand Dweller who can use powerful earthquakes with a roar and can move very fast on the sand. And his abilities will be able to cause a sandstorm, and if he was given a signature move, he would be able to summon sand tornadoes that could suck up nearby players. And this is a little reference for those that actually play the game, that not even a Farival can escape. So if I'm correct, Farival is currently the unstatted wise. Farival is the fastest monster in the game. I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. So we're going to look at the normal line first, and then we're going to do the exotic version. So with for Thrazark, you have pretty much a sand shark. It has like dusty coloring to it, I guess you say, which kind of helps that with it being a sand shark. Has yellow eyes, two fins, and then I don't know. Do sharks have? I don't know what that is. I guess it's like, I don't want to call it a dorsal fin, but there's like a little thingy, a little nub underneath of its stomach that it has, And then when it mutates into Duesio, it gains two heads, and the eye colors of each of the heads is different. For instance, I guess you could call it a goldenrod, and then a lemon would be the eye colors. And it has more spikes around its body. Well, like I guess those would be, yeah, I guess it would be like emerging wings. It has sort of like a spike on its tail. It has tiny little claws, and there's, a nub or stub on its head that I guess will later be another horn. I don't know if those are ears, but so like, you see, there's a red thing there, and then there's also like the brown thing. So I'm thinking like the red thing will later become a horn, as you can see in the next mutation. But I don't know if the first one's if the brown one's supposed to be a horn or like an ear. And then once it mutates into Sidrark, still butchering it. It has two tails, or it just splits up like a little bit closer inwards. It does have what looks to either be like battle scars or some type of stuff around its gut. It now has claws on each of its legs. Well, I guess those are considered claws. Yeah, it has claws on its legs, and hooks on its arms, I guess. And then it has developed its wings a lot more. And again, each of the heads have different eye colors. So it's goldenrod, lemon, and like blood orange, I guess you would say. And so in the blood orange head, it has it has a mouth open, and it doesn't seem to have like white teeth, but it does seem to have like edges, and it does have a pink tongue. I don't know if they all have pink tongues or if all their mouths are like that. I'm guessing not, because if you look at the lemon head, it does have that one like tooth there. But if you look down at the goldenrod head, it doesn't seem to have like a big tooth, but that might be because it's at a farther distance than the other ones. Um, and then you do have like the horns and whatnot, and the lemon head does have seem to have the biggest horn, but again, that might be because of like placement on the image, and it does have a nice sand background. I actually really enjoy the exotic a lot. I do like it's a lot darker feel to it. They all have darker colors. So little nice thingy. So for Rizark, the eye is, I would guess this would be like a natural orange, and then the left on the heads on Dualcio, the eyes seem to have switched colors, but they have gotten darker for certain. Mr. Dark, yeah, I definitely say that is blood orange, and then normal orange, and then like a lemon, I guess you would say, and it's a lot darker of a shade all around, and does look really nice. Definitely a lot better in my opinion. All right, so the next one is a remake of Remini. But it's similar to his old, well, similar to one of the original styles, but the intent was to make him less edgy. So now there's a new pre-mutation called Zormink, and Zormink is basic poison, and Zormini is now dark poison, and so apparently, there's a little background information. So Zormini Bonbon has been drawing Zormini for almost 2 years now, along with many possible transformations like Zetakuma. And apparently Zormini wasn't even the first design that you see now or anything like that. But for the sake of Etheria's making less edgy or scary monsters, he gave Zormini a simple permutation, and his concept is an ink-based concept, and he gave him a giant paintbrush. And he tried not to like make it look like inks, sands, or bendy. Ink, sands, or bendy. I don't know if there's supposed to be a comment or something. They're apparently they were inspiration. And no, he kept remaking the design, but, you know, it's really good, you know, design. So the Zormink, it does seem a lot more childish. It does have, like, a small devilish appear to it, attire. It has either some sort of necklace or scarf around its neck. It could be either. It has a small paintbrush. There is a yellow heart on the scarf. It does have purple horns, things like that, little claws on its feet. Then when it mutates into Zormini, it does have a bigger tail. The brush is a lot bigger. The horns have developed. Its ears have mutated into a purplish tone rather than their grayish with purple tips at the end. The shades of purple that Zormini has is a lot darker shade than what Zormink had. And the heart that's on, I guess, the scarf or neck. Oh, it's a scarf. Yeah, I can see it now that it's a scarf. Has developed a red core into it. And because the reason why I say it's a scarf for certain now is if you look behind Zormini, there is the remainder of the scarf with paint on the end. So he might be able to use that as a paintbrush as well. Who knows? The claws on Zormini have developed, and they are, I guess, a pinkish tone. Not entirely too sure. Alright, and then if you look at the exotic, it's more of a... This background makes it a little bit harder to see. It's more of a sea green based monster, which is like... You have your sea green, you have some shades of blue, similar to that, and things like that. And then the paint for it was chosen to be purple, which... I can understand. So my only negative about, well, not my only negative, but my main negative about this is the background that was chosen for the exotic form. I understand having it like match, well, like having it like fit your monster, but for example, where the paintbrush purple is at, there's that wavy purple, and it's so bothersome. It makes it like harder to see your monster. Like I do understand where you're going for your background for, but like make it so your monster pops out more than what it does. But yeah, so that was the Remini line again. It's all real nice and neato. Do I have? Do I don't know. I don't think I. Do I not have anyone else scheduled? Hold on. We do da da. While I'm searching for it, I did start the Gaming Tuesday, so make sure to check those guys out. They'll be out. There'll be a new episode every Tuesday. I will do various games. They may not all be good games. They may not all be bad games. Some of them might be my first time playing them. For example, I know for this week I did the Battlefield 1 game because the Road to Battlefield 5 is coming out and it comes out relatively soon. So I was like, hey, why not play some Battlefield 5? Oh, no, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, and whatnot. But I don't know what. I was thinking about what else to do next week. It doesn't appear I have any others scheduled for this week. I did try contacting some people, but to no avail. I got no response. Alright. So we're gonna cover monster. We're gonna cover monster lore. Okay. So the first monster. Let me get it out right quick. The first monster that we have is for monster lore is Boxling, and this one seems to have a similar concept to Mimikyu, in which the box itself isn't the monster. Similar to how Mimikyu, the little drape thingy, the costume thingy it had over itself wasn't the monster. It was the what's it called? Just a disguise, I guess you would say. So similar to that, Boxling has a similar concept to that. So Boxling is hold on. So Boxling is real nice and whatnot. So jeez, I shouldn't be doing that. But hold on. So similar to how Mimikyu had, it was just a monster side. We don't entirely see what Boxling looks like. It does have some white legs. I think it was white legs and brown feet, and the brown feet do appear to be like somewhat clawed or I don't want to say appendages, but something like that. And then it mutates into. Well, hold on. All right, let me give it a little bit more lore to it. So, Boxling was pretty much afraid of people, and it still is. So, no, I don't like this lore. I'm gonna reset it. We're gonna rewind a little bit more. So, for Boxling, it's one of the things where the people that have Boxling is cursed. Okay, so for those that truly see what it looks like, pretty much, I don't want to say lose their soul because that could be a touchy subject. So they pretty much die, like on the spot. For those that like truly see Boxling's body or face or anything like that, so it only shows its eyes and partially its legs. So it stumbled into a cardboard box to pretty much hide itself, and then mutates into Boxer. It developed a fighting presence, I would say, but it still keeps the box on its head to keep it from it wants to, it doesn't want to harm other people, but it will defend itself. So that's why it has more like fighting presence. But if for those that do see his face, it does feel bad about it. So all that neat stuff. I don't know, like, I don't know what else to say about it other than that. So I guess I'll wrap up monster lore. Uh, so there is talk of map remastering, and don't know when. I don't know off the top of my head when it's coming out. I don't know if anyone knows other than Poe, maybe a couple staff members. He might have said it. I don't know. I'll check into it later then. More. I'll check into it more later then. But that car was so freaking loud. Oh my god. But what's it called? So some memes are gonna be removed, like the Lord Gaven meme. It's gone. My suggestion was a Stan the Man meme, in which it's reference to not Stan the Man hits it, but like Stanley, and have it like the badge be called Excelsior, as a little tribute. You don't have to do that. I'm probably sure he's not gonna do that, but there are certain things to be changed around, and I feel like there were things that were underutilized that like had potential but never. But at this point in time, still won't have any potential. So like for instance, at Ashtown, I like to call it Ashtown. It probably has a different name, but the one near Desert, where you can get Igniton, whatever you want to call it, however you pronounce it. There's that little flame portion. Not flame. There's like a little hole, and you look down it. There's lava. So my thoughts would be, I understand you Marshadow, when we had Puyafi, the Marshadow event, not Marshadow event, but like the Marshadow skin you could get using while standing on top of that. But other than that, that was really all it had, and I feel like there's so much more you could have done with that than just, hey, yo, check out this skin that has gone wasted, and it's like, oh, that's nice. What do I do with this? Nothing, honestly. You can't do anything with it. You can't do anything with it now until we add more monsters, in which you could have it be like the home of the monster or something like that, where if you don't have to do like an elevator, but you could do like a staircase, like a spiral staircase going down the hole, and then have it lead to like an area where only one kind or two kinds of monsters spawn, but the only way to get down there is by being a certain type, since it is, again, magma, lava, whatever you want to call it, hot boiling stuff that could kill you. All right, like that. So you just have to be a certain type or whatnot. And, I'm not saying. So an evil little effect. So if I recall, I think it was Nightmare 2. I forget what monster it was in particular. That you during the Halloween. I know it was a Halloween event. I don't remember which one. It might have been the 2017 one. No, might have been the 2016 one. I don't remember which one. But like after you did a certain thing, I think it was saying something. You'd be like teleported. Your screen would be teleported to this realm where you were seeing like, I think it was Nightmare 2 and like two other Pokemon or something like that. But it was like a Hellfire or something like that. I feel like this hole might be that place that you were teleported to. You got to see this eternal damnation, and all of its glorious stuff. So maybe it might be something like that. I don't know. You should do. I feel like I want that place to remain because it could do something. You could do something really cool with it. And I'm not saying you could have requirements to enter though, like similar to how you have to say a certain word to access the elevator, or you previously had to say a certain phrase to open the one door near the town near Blackwater or whatever it's called. Now it's called Deep Marine Community. Yeah, you say a certain phrase. You could have like say a certain phrase or do a certain action to unlock the staircase. And then once you unlock it, you should have to be a certain type to go down the staircase into the quote unquote realm. But yeah, that wraps up this week's episode of the Monster of Etheria podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like, share it with all your peeps, subscribe for more if you enjoyed, and if you do subscribe, hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you're notified whenever there is another podcast episode, or even the Gaming Tuesday episodes. You know, who knows what I might post. I sure as hope no. I sure as hope do know. I think that came out wrong, but whatever. Anyways, see you guys in the next episode. Ciao. Subscribe.